What's going on, world? Let's see. Yeah, I don't even know how can you tell who can get how many viewers you can get. What's going on, y'all? Mike, I see you, boy. Albert, what's happening, boy? Man, glad to see y'all tuning in, man. I just feel like in the climate right now, niggas really need to, I'm tired of motherfuckers going live, first off, with nothing to say, no motherfucking topics, no nothing. You know what I mean? Shit be making me want to smack the phone out half these motherfuckers' hands. But shit, real chop, man. I feel like, man, and don't mind me, I'm not racist at all. I don't feel like gays, white folks, Muslims should be murdered, killed, or anything. But I feel like that's the climate we in. I feel like everybody is, you know, it's just gay people are the new black people. You know what I'm saying? So my condolences to everybody that passed in Orlando. I mean, that shit was crazy. You know what I mean? But gay folks are the new black people. You'll cut that for me, bro. Now, I just want to open up the floor just for healthy debate, healthy conversation, man. You know what I mean? Elvis said this is gonna hurt album sales. Nah, man, it's real shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real person, so fuck all the bullshit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is real chop, though. But the Orlando shooting, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like, man, like, you know, everybody's like boo-hooing and shit right now. Everybody boo-hooing and it's such a sad thing that happened. And yeah, it's sad as fuck, but these are the same people they've been discriminating against for years. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, you got a lot of bleeding hearts out there, and you know, everybody want to act like they care. But to be honest, it don't seem like a lot of motherfuckers cared prior to all them people dying. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I mean, that's my take on that whole shit. You know, then you got Donald Trump. All you Trump supporters out there, you might want to definitely not be on my live, because I ain't rocking with you motherfuckers at all. So, yeah, I hope them numbers go down if any of y'all are Trump supporters. But, yeah, nah, man, it's just like, you know, on top of that, you know, it just seems like the media always, half my family's Muslim. You know what I mean? I'm from a background of Black Panthers and, you know, Black Pride, and, you know, it just seems like the media takes any opportunity to villainize an entire religion. And half my family Muslim. I'm not Muslim. You know what I'm saying? I grew up Christian. But it's like, I never hear them saying, you know, Christian extremists or Christian terrorists. You know what I'm saying? Like that white boy that walked in and shot all 9 of them black people. You know what I'm saying? In that church, they gave this nigga a fucking Burger King sandwich, my nigga. They took him to Burger King. You feel me? So I'm really, you know, shit's kind of boggling. You know what I mean? Then, you know, another one of the issues or topics, man, it just feels like I said, I mean, before I skip past this one, Muslims just seem to be singled out and villainized. You know, Donald Trump, he want to villainize and ban Muslims, and, you know, he's spewing all this hateful rhetoric. And these motherfuckers is really just nominating him to be the Republican candidate. And how this shit happened, I don't know. The shit started out like a joke to me. So I don't know how this shit happened, but here we are. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga is literally, possibly could be our next president. And nobody seems to be giving a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just feel like it's a lot of issues, man, that's going on. And a lot of y'all that might not watch the news, I'm constantly on the news every morning. But shit's really getting out of control and out of hand and going crazy. You know what I mean? And so for me, you know, I just feel like, man, the constant villainization of Muslims is only gonna make shit worse. you know. But at the same token, you know, I don't feel like terrorism should be taken lightly. But I do pray that they stop calling these motherfuckers Muslim extremists, you know, Muslim Islamic terrorists and all of this shit. Because these motherfuckers they ain't got nothing to do with Islam. You know what I mean? Islam preaches peace, just like the Bible preaches peace. You know what I'm saying? But to constantly villainize these people is only going to fuel the rhetoric. You know what I mean? Like I said, at the end of the day, we over here in America, man, we doing what we doing. And it just seems like a lot of people seem to have this fucked up view of Muslims. Like, you know, if somebody gets on a plane or something, they just gonna blow it up just because they Muslim or something. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, yeah, I'm skip past that. But at the end of the day, man, I just pray that shit change. You know what I mean? Next, in light of the Orlando shooting, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, guns are a big issue, you know what I'm saying, in America. It's a big hot topic and all of that. But I feel like every American that's able to, that's legally able to, should arm themselves, period. Shit's getting way too out of control. You know, we had this topic in this debate with one of the homeboys, and he's like, well, you know, more guns, this, that, and the third. I'm like, the guns is on the street already. You know what I mean? If you start passing laws to take guns out of law-abiding citizens' hands, then the only motherfuckers that's going to have them is the criminals, the motherfuckers that's looking to do you harm. You know, as you see these people that go shooting up shit, even the coward dude that was in Orlando that killed all them people. You know what I'm saying? He walked in to a soft target. If he knew he was going to walk in there and there's going to be motherfuckers in there with AR-15s, they got their own 45s, and they going to fire back at him, he never would have walked in that bitch. And that's just point blank, period. So, you know, people acting like they scared of guns. Guns don't kill people. Dumb motherfuckers with guns kill people. You know what I mean? Period. So, you know, at the end of the day, everybody should arm themselves, man. You know, my man Porto said something real dope to me, man. He said, if the government told one of y'all that y'all, could go get $1 million, you know what I'm saying? And all you had to do was have a clean record and go down and apply. Wouldn't you? I mean, I know I would. I feel like I'm worth way more than $1 million. I can always go and make money. You know what I'm saying? But that's the same, you know, that's the same meaning. You know what I mean? That's exactly what he means, is that you should value your life more than you value cash. So you should definitely go and get something to protect your investment. You know what I mean? And when you think of it in them terms, it makes a whole lot of sense, you know? I'm not saying go and get a gun and be reckless and ride around brandishing. I'm saying take some classes, know how to respect firearms, know how to handle them, you know all the ins and outs, get your license, do it the legal way, and protect yourself, protect your family. You know what I mean? Because you never know. It's even my people, my mom, all my little cousins, even my female cousins, they all know how to shoot. You know what I'm saying? They not finna have no motherfucker walk up on them and slaughter them like they did out there in Orlando or anywhere else for that matter. And this actually ain't the first mass shooting in America. You know what I mean? They calling it that, but what was it, 250 people that died? What was that?
East St. Louis.
East St. Louis. They got massacred. Right. They don't talk about that type of shit, though. You know, but then, you know, I'm not trying to take light away from that. You know, again, I keep retouching on the Orlando shooting, but because the shit was super fucked up. But at the end of the day, man, it's like nobody's talking about this shit. You know what I mean? So again, man, you know, that's just another topic I wanted to touch on. You know, so the next topic I wanted to talk about has got to do. What up? What up, Jay? Phyllis, Eddie? What's going on? Yogi, what's happening? Hello. Yeah, all my people, man. What's going on, Destiny, TT? You know, the next thing I wanted to talk about, man, was the just Minnesota, man. The town that we live in, you know what I'm saying, and the music community out here, you know what I mean? Because shit's super fucked up, too, you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't want to skip past some other hot topics. Don't get me wrong, I'll revisit them in a minute. But there's no unity in this motherfucking town, you know what I'm saying? And me, I know I'm a premier artist, been that way since I started rapping, you know what I'm saying? But just musically, as singers, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And until we stand together as a city, as a state, we're not going to get nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people everybody feel like they the best. Everybody feel like they talented. Everybody feel like they need to be the top dog or whatever it is. Everybody is hot in my opinion in their own way. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like so many people are so quick to down the next motherfucker. You know, just quick to pull somebody down to try to make themselves feel better. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's like it's fuckery that's going on out here. You know what I mean? So I really don't fuck with the goofy and the arrogant shit that's been going on out here in Minnesota, man. You know what I'm saying? If we don't start sticking together, shit ain't never gonna go nowhere. It's been like that for years. Right, exactly. I see you. Destiny. You said, I talk about unity but post things like Muslims, gays, and whites should die. Well, if you look at it, it's actually in quotes. And it's actually not something I said. It was actually something that I thought would spark. It's obviously got you to tune in, so obviously it did what it was supposed to do. So I appreciate you for joining the conversation, because if you have intelligent opinion, I definitely would like to hear it. You know what I mean? But that's what I don't feel that way. I'm not saying I feel this way. I didn't quote it and then tag, put my name at the end of it because it's not my quote, But that kind of seems like the climate out here right now. You know what I mean? And the shit's fucked up. You know what I mean? Shit's super fucked up. And half my family's Muslim. I got gays in my family. I got white folks in my family. So as you can see, it ain't like we doing too bad around this motherfucker. You know what I mean? So it's definitely coming from a place of it's coming from a place of love, and I feel like we need to have a good conversation about it. You know what I mean? Somebody need to say something. I see people going on live, y'all smoking weed, y'all. That's cool and shit, but I don't understand why the world need to see that type of shit. You smoking weed, you drinking, and all that goofy shit. Like, that's all cool and shit, kicking it. But if we're going to go live or we're going to be recording videos, we need to be talking about these shit that's going on out here. You know what I mean? Somebody need to say something about it. So, but like, again, I appreciate you. Let me see who else in here. What's going on, Kenji? Tiffany? Shine, I don't know you, but thank you for joining. Yeah, man, but yeah, I just want to, I just wanted to touch on a few things, and I wanted to make sure I got it done because I know the finals is about to come on. So ain't nobody gonna be watching no live in a minute or on no live in a minute as soon as this tip off go on. But yeah, man, I just feel like it's really, we need to pull together now more than ever. And I feel like if literally, I will show you my ID, but literally my middle name is Unity. So at the end of my middle name is legally Unity. You know what I mean? So what's crazy is there's none in the state that I live in. I don't really see artists coming together. I don't see too many, too many different sectors or groups or whatever the case come together. Everybody want to be the top dog, and we just can't prosper like that. Not in the music community, But again, like I said, man, back to this conversation just about about the Donald Trump shit and everything that's going on. Hold on. My apologies. But yeah, let me see if this will work. That's cool. I can't see. I'm gonna have to put on my glasses around this motherfucker. There we go. Yeah, man. So I appreciate y'all for joining, man. Like, at the end of the day, I just feel like any one of y'all, man, like everybody that's out here, everybody that's on this feed right now, if you got any type of opinion, what's not cool? What's not cool, Albert? If you got any type of opinion on the situation or shit that's going out here, be vocal about that shit. Don't be silent. Cause silent to me is another way of passively agreeing to some shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not outspoken about not just the shooting of all of these people, the murder, slaughter of all of these people in Orlando, which was tragic. You know what I mean? And everybody's up in arms about it because it happened right now. But it's almost like, what about, how many kids was that died at Sandy Hook? Too many, right. I mean, it was literally, this dude walked in and slaughtered toddlers. You know what I mean? And everybody talking about gun control, gun control. These dudes is buying guns legally. You know what I mean? But yet and still the government still seem like they focused on felons having guns. Like that's the big issue. It don't seem like we the ones running in the motherfucking clubs, shooting up goddamn, you know, shooting 150, 200 people, you know, slaughtering kids. You know, I mean, I get it. You know, we need gun control. I get that. And I get, you know, but at the end of the day, we still have to be mindful of the situation, man, and what's going on, really going on out here. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody, hold on, turn that down for me just a little. I hear the reverb. You know, be mindful of what's going on out here and be real about shit, man. What's going on? What's going on, cuz? Sierra? Mr. Franks? Krista? What's going on? You know? And I know I got a lot of, you know, I'm in the close quarters with a lot of intelligent people. A lot of beautiful, talented folks. You don't believe in gun control, the places where mass. Exactly. That's real shit. TT just said she don't believe in gun control because the places where mass murder is taking place have the strictest gun laws. Exactly. You know, I really don't see this shit popping up happening in Texas where everybody's carrying. Is it me or is there, you know, is that a coincidence? I don't think so. You know what I mean? What's going on, Tanya? Carl, what's happening, boy? I thought, ain't you at work? Yeah, but smoking weed and getting drunk on the book. What about Chicago earlier this month? Yes, killing is wrong, but let's not act like it ain't been happening. True. That's very true. I mean, Chirac is definitely a big issue. You know what I'm saying? I was born in the GO. You know what I mean? 112th in Princeton. You know, so I was born on the south side in the hundreds. You know, I was raised in Atlanta, moved to Minnesota from South Carolina, so I kind of been all over. You know what I mean? And one thing I do know is everybody is the same, but everybody different. So if that made any sense to you, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, the killing in Chicago is just bananas. The killing anywhere, the killing everywhere that's going on. You know, but these mass group, like what happened in London or Paris, it was that 129 people dude murdered? But again, these people are walking into places with soft targets. Ain't nobody there to put up any type of resistance. They know they're gonna walk in, they can lock the doors, and they can slaughter all these people. And can't nobody do shit about it. They gotta wait on the police. By the time the police come, you see the kind of damage they can do. It's too late then. You know what I mean? It's too late then. So arm yourself, man, and protect yourself. You know, stop hanging out in places, you know, and that's the thing. They wasn't doing nothing wrong. These people in Orlando wasn't doing nothing wrong. They wasn't nowhere where they shouldn't have been. They wasn't bothering nobody. They was having a good time, drinking, laughing, and joking. Even one of the girls was even on Snapchat. And man walked in and slaughtered all them people. Shit literally brought me to tears this morning, man, and I don't know none of them people. None of them. You know, I don't get too emotional about a lot of shit, but that shit inspired me to actually write a play, man, called Welcome to America. You know, because too many people's like, oh, America's the greatest country ever. You know, it's the greatest country in the world, and this, that, and the third. Oh, wait a minute, pause. Like, yeah. I say we have a lot of pros, but we have almost as many cons, you know. You know, so, and I don't want to brag on America, nothing like that. We here, we live here, but there's no reason we shouldn't be paying a little bit higher taxes and have free health care. There's no reason that we shouldn't be paying a little little higher taxes and be, you know, get free schooling and free education all the way through college. You can go to college and be whatever you want to be instead of coming out in college in debt. $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 in debt. You know, so that's my take on it. Not true. Look at Australia and England. They have some of the lowest crime and murder rates, and guns are completely banned. Not even the police carry. That's very true. That's very true. How you doing, Rose? I appreciate your comment. But to kind of piggyback off that point of view, that's true. But the guns in America are so integrated at this point into our infrastructure that how long do you think it would actually take to get all the guns off the street? Do you think it would be easier, Rose, I'm talking to you, do you think it would be easier to disarm everybody or have legal people go and arm themselves and be trained and well trained to protect themselves and protect their loved ones. You know, because I don't know. I see it more like a 30, maybe 40-year process getting all the guns. It's be a whole nother generation out here before you can get all the guns off the streets. Harder to get things across the border. What border you talking about, Dakota? You still running drugs? Let's see. Appreciate that. How you doing, Patricia? What's going on, Mr. Bogan? Oh, yeah. So yeah, man. You know, this is my first live, so you know I don't expect shit to be super popping. I just wanted to touch on some stuff, man. I just feel like we need to have an open conversation. I be wanting to hear other people's opinions, because I'm not the end all say all. I don't know everything. I just be running a lot of ideas and thoughts through my head. But I be wanting intelligent conversation, you know, and I got a lot of good people around me, but they're not always around me. And it's completely impossible to disarm everyone. I don't know if it's, TT, I don't know if it's necessarily impossible. You know what I mean? I don't think anything is impossible, but it definitely would be extremely difficult, and I don't even think the NRA would allow that. You know what I mean? The way they so integrated in, I mean, lobbying politicians. 9 times out of 10, they probably the people behind Trump. So, I mean, he didn't get to be a billionaire by being an idiot. You know, you don't make that kind of money by being an idiot. Well trained will be better. That's right. Says, who's this? Patricia. Our culture, the American culture is so violent, it's sickening. Greatest country, mass. I'm happy I'm an American, but I'm not proud to be an American. Wow, that's dope. It's deep. That's deep. Yeah, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, like, hold on, it won't be this. TT said I won't be disarmed. Care about being peaceful. My man Carl said people don't care about being peaceful. What you say? They want guns. I know people that are voting for Trump just to keep the guns. That's true. I mean, you have, it's a hot button topic, man, on both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying? Me myself, I'd rather be with it than without it. Period. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have somebody run up in my crib. In case the Fed's watching, I don't carry guns. I don't touch guns. I'm just saying, just a hypothetical situation, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Y'all not finna get me like y'all got goddamn, what's his fucking name? Young Dolph, goofy ass, locked up right now. But yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, man. But it's a hot topic on both sides of the coin, because on one hand, yeah, if there was no guns, we wouldn't have these mass shootings. Period. You wouldn't be able to catch these kind. You know, you walking in with AR-15s and high-powered, armor-piercing rounds like nobody else is armed. Yeah, you're gonna slaughter plenty, you know. But at the same token, not having a gun could be almost as dangerous as having one. So I mean, like I said, it's a valid argument on both sides of the coin. So I don't own a gun. If they try to take them away, I'm going to get as many as I can, right? Coda, because that's when you need them the most. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate all y'all's comments, man. Anybody, Alicia, I know you intelligent. Chrissy, Miss Chrissy Bell, like, man, look, it's real vital for me, man, to have intelligent conversations with intelligent people. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I just feel like we all need to just be honest, man, and stop pampering everybody. America's almost got so, you know, I don't know, so patronizing. Like, we patronize everybody. Because when you need them the most, I'd rather be with it than without it. Me too. Carl said he'd rather be with it than without it. Me too, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real chop, you know, because if any 3 of them people would have been armed in Orlando, this number wouldn't be this high, man. I mean, it's sickening to see somebody, you know, shot, you know, but to see 50 people shot, and they explained the situation that when they walked in and they was walking over the bodies, people's phones was ringing. I mean, just take that in for a minute. That means that their family heard about the shooting, and they was calling them while their dead body was laying on the floor being walked over, and the phone call that their mother or sister or brother was putting through was coming through at the time they were being stepped, their dead body was being stepped over by an officer. That shit's crazy. That's a bone-chilling sight. Right. Real shit. Man, Porto say, get off the bandwagon, stand up and speak up. You know, and that's, to me, that's my main thing. You know, I know a lot of intelligent motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I see a lot of goofy shit going on, like kicking it and all that. That's all well and good. But nobody, it's up to us, man, the OGs, niggas that came up, niggas that's in their 25 to 40 range or whatever it is. It's up to us, my nigga, to actually stand up and start speaking out on this shit and stand, you know what I mean, try to keep these youngsters, you know, letting them know this shit ain't cool. This shit ain't cute, ain't nothing about good, you know, cute or good about being locked up. Ain't nothing cute or, ain't nothing cute or good about being, you know, killing motherfuckers, killing your own, killing one another, shooting each other. That shit's, you know, we gotta retrain our own community, man. So, hold on, let me read some of these comments real quick. Nakia, world is coming to an end. Yeah, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on, Chrissy Bell. I can't, you say the world's coming to an end. Nah, I don't believe that's true either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe the world's coming to an end. I just feel like the people that's retarded in it is bringing it to seem that way. You know what I mean? The people that's crazy in it, and I don't mean retarded in the, you know, fucked up way. I'm just talking about these so-called killers. My thing is one thing I got a real big issue with is that it seemed to me, and I could be wrong, I'm not racist at all. Like I said, I got one right friend, I think, what's his name? You can find him on that Dakota Sturge. No, but I'm not racist at all. I feel like what happened to Mike Brown. Okay, so Mike Brown gets shot down. He supposedly was taking some cigars or whatever. Eric Gardner gets choked to death because he was selling loose cigarettes and wouldn't comply. Trayvon Martin walking home, you know. Right. All these dudes is labeled as thugs. I go to the internet, I see all of this goof, like all this crazy comments on, you know, on the feeds when the shit's happening. But then we get guys like the dude that walked in and shot up them 9 people. He's considered it's a white kid now. He's considered, they said he need help. He had a mental issue. It's interesting. The guy that just shot up these people in Orlando, they calling him a Islamic or a Muslim terrorist or whatever the case. Whatever he want to call himself, they calling him that too. Nobody else besides, it seems like, white folks, in my opinion, that, like the guy that walked into the movie theater and shot all them people up. Now that nigga look crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker look like he's a weirdo. You know what I mean? But what's crazy about it is they said he need help too. He's not considered a terrorist. He's not considered a thug. Why is that? Does our skin tone make us more, like, is that term attached to our skin tone? You know what I mean? As long as you're a shade darker than white? I don't know, it's just a question. I'm not, you know, trying to throw no shade on nobody. I'm just asking a question. You know what I mean? If anybody can answer it, please do. Let me see. Let me read some more of these comments. One of the young men was texting his mom before he died, letting her know that he was about to die. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's fucked up. What time is it right now?
We got 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Look, man. It's my first live. It's about to be tip-off. Actually, what's going on? I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer. I can miss the tip-off. You know, this is actually a much more important conversation. And I appreciate all y'all's comments. Because sometimes people will give you comments or give you perspectives that I wouldn't necessarily, it wouldn't have been my own. You know what I mean? And I didn't I didn't look at it that way. You know? So I appreciate them. Said, I don't think people understand why. I don't think people understand why people think that Democrats want to disarm everyone and take away their right to protect themselves. That is so false. We are just tired of our children being killed. Okay. I got that part. That makes sense. You know, I don't necessarily know if people think Democrats are the ones trying to disarm everybody or whatever, but, you know, I own several weapons, but it's only to protect my families. Hey, and that's real chop. That's especially, what's this, Nakia? I mean, and you being a woman, me, myself, I even tell my mom to get armed. You know what I mean? Like, arm yourself. Like, you know, I'd be damned if a motherfucker walking in I get a phone call, somebody done walked into the grocery store and shot my mom's. Yeah, I had to let that sink in for a minute. That shit, you know what I mean? Just the thought of that, my nigga, just emotion provoking. You know? The last days are written and they are playing out. Well, and to be honest, as far as Chrissy, obviously you seem, now I'm non-denominational. I'm not Muslim. I'm not Christian. I have a belief in my higher power, but, you know, as far as the Bible goes and scripture goes, the last days have been playing out for quite some time. So I don't necessarily know, you know, when that's all going to come about. You know, I agree with you that shit's crazy. You know what I mean? It's even getting crazier. But as far as the world, like, coming to an end, you know, I don't know about that one. I'll leave that up to whenever it happens, if it happens or whatever. You know? What's going on? Let me wrap this up. What's up, my nigga? What's happening? What's happening, bruh? Mr. Thaddeus, unknown, what's happening? Okay, so got a comment from the white homeboy. Hold on, wait a minute. He said, because if you're white, you have a bright future. If you're anything else, you're something to be feared. That's real. It took you that long to think up that comment, Dakota? Yeah, no, that's real shit though. Like, that's really how it seems. You know what I mean? That's how it comes across. And it's just funny to me, man. Like, when I see, it's not funny. It's actually disgusting. When I see, I go to these, you know, these posts, you know, these crazy posts of all this shit that's happening. And I see so many white folks just, black folks too be saying some ignorant shit. But I see a lot of white folks that be in the comments, you know, like, just super self-righteous. You know what I mean? Super self-righteous, super, you know, real, I don't know, just going haywire. You know what I mean? But mind you, and we all know history. If you're on this feed, you probably know history. You're probably intelligent. This country was built off rape, murder, torture, bloodshed, stolen from the natives, gave them a whole nother name and some more shit. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's been violent since its creation. So, it's not really surprising that it's even getting crazier, but there's really nothing crazier than the shit that's already happened in this, you know, in this country and for this country and in the name of Christ or Allah or whoever, you know, because everybody's wants to pin what they're doing on somebody else. No, motherfucker, you just crazy, period. That's it. God damn it. So that's just how I feel about that shit. What's going on, Mr. Sean Camp? You still got that old school? Gotta drop that song for sure. What's happening, Mr. Jabbar? Man, a lot of people tuned in, man. Motherfuckers tuned out quick, though, when I got to talking that white white shit. They're like, oh, no, hell no. Get off this nigga feed now. That's how the older generation see everyone. You know, get Stanford kid. Right, I almost forgot about that. He was black, 10 years minimum. Kid from Stanford. You talking about the one for the rape case? Yeah, the rape case. That was crazy. The boy raped the girl. For y'all that don't know, kid from Stanford, white kid, rapes a girl, unconscious, behind a dumpster. And they gave this boy probation. Now let that sink in. You can form your own opinion. You know, I just don't want to come off any type of way, but we can definitely have a conversation about it. Speak peace. That's what I'm doing, bro. I'm speaking peace all day. Protect yourself, but be peaceful. 'Cause we peaceful until we not. And that's real chop. You know what I mean? So, but it's tip off. I see the numbers going down because everybody logging into the game, and I'm finna go do that myself, man. But yeah, we gonna get into that. This is my first live unknown. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, But when I go live, I want to make sure I got something to say. I don't want to just be going live, be going live to be going live and, you know, whatever, you know. Okay, Nakia said people are just afraid to take responsibility for their actions, so it's easier to point the finger. That's true. That's true. And yeah, I'll be back in town, Unknown. I'll be back in town on Wednesday, so we can chop it up for sure. But man, I just want to thank all y'all, man, for tuning in, man, and we can continue this conversation at a later date. I just wanted to put something on some people's minds, man, and maybe spark some real conversation, some healthy conversation in some other households, maybe. You know what I mean? And shit. With that said, man, shit. Shout out to everybody in the city that I fuck with or that fuck with me. Mess with me, whatever the case. Sorry for the vulgarity, but that's just how I speak. From EST Official, you know, Monsters Inc., that's the camp. The Current, that's the label. You know what I mean? All of the homeboys from LT, Strap, the list goes on and on, man. You know what I mean? Parker, Yaya, you know, everybody that tuned in. Unknown, Dakota, all y'all. You know what I mean? Nunzi, what's happening? Going on, Mr. Sean Camp, everybody, man. Safari, what's happening? You know what I mean? So yeah, appreciate y'all, man. I'm logging off, man. Until next time. Preach peace, bruh.